Hi, I'm Dave Delavanti with Informed Entrepreneur Magazine, and would like to welcome you to today's video interview. I'm a business owner here in Northern Virginia as well, but today I'm here with Mike Horton of Polaris Press. Mike, welcome.
Hey Dave, good morning.
Good morning. Mike, before we get started talking about Polaris Press, just give us a little bit of history. Who is Mike Horton? Where are you from? Tell us about your family.
Sure. Well, I've been in this industry for, it'll be 40 years, believe it or not, this year. Yeah, even with the loss of hair, that's a big part of it, but it's been a great industry. I always say that I've been very blessed that I even got into this industry. It's just, it fits my personality. I love working with the ink. Nowadays, the toner, the papers, it's been a passion of mine for quite some time. And at days a little struggle, but it's a wonderful business. I love the printing industry.
So when, as you were growing up, trying to figure out what you want to be when you grow up, what was the turning point where you decided you wanted to be a business owner?
That was long in the coming. Working in the industry, I always knew I wanted to be an owner at some point. Being an employee, I could see the benefits and just how some of my previous employers ran the business. It just seemed like I knew I didn't want to be an employee all of my life. I wanted to take that next step. Starting out as a pressman, working my way all the way through management positions, I knew this would be a typical ending point, or a goal of mine, I should say, that being a business owner allows me to take printing another look at it, a different dynamic, as opposed to just being an employee.
Right.
It's an industry that I've loved, and it has new challenges, new headaches, but there's a lot that you gain from being an owner that you'll never know as an employee.
That's true. I think entrepreneurs here in Northern Virginia need to realize that there are challenges, but the rewards are great. So I'm sure in your business you've had absolutely no challenges whatsoever from the beginning right till now, right?
No. That's the one thing about owning your own business is everything is so easy to do. The money just flows. We've had to open multiple bank accounts because of this, which is about as far from the truth as you can say, especially in the economy. When we kind of hit the downturn about 4 years ago, us, like many other companies out there, we were very affected by this. But you have to find ways to kind of reinvent yourself to be able to stabilize the company, to keep it afloat. As a friend of mine said, you have to protect the mothership. You have to do things that are going to make the company not just survive, but try to thrive. That has been a very big challenge for a lot of companies over the past 4 years.
Absolutely.
We found ways of doing this by trimming some of the fat, just trying to get a good core of people here who understand the industry, who understand what our values, what our mission statement is, to be able to make it work.
That's fantastic. So when you first started out, all the way till now, what are sort of a couple of the challenges that you had?
Some of our biggest challenges for most smaller companies like ourselves, cash flow is always a big problem. As you sell the job, if you have clients on terms, it's being able to make that transition between paying for the products, producing them, where you have not been paid yet for that job, and that could be 30 or more days before that cash actually comes in. Right now we're going through a period where typically January, early February are slow months for us. We are just starting to get busy now, which is typical. The spring, the work starts to flood in. But the problem there, that's a great thing, but you're coming out of about 60 days where you've been a little slower, so you haven't had very much cash coming in. Right.
Okay.
Now we're getting all of this work in. Now it's like, okay, well, we pay up front for our products, for our paper, for our toner, for all of that. Well, it's always a challenge. That's how I say cash is like king in any industry. You have to be able to balance that. Having a good relationship with your banker is a very good thing.
Know the banker. I got it.
Yes, know your banker. buy them a drink occasionally, be friends with
I
them.
love it. I love it. Okay, cool. Well, as far as being a business owner, maybe you could tell some of the folks what are the positive things? What do you like about being a business owner?
Let me start by saying I always thought it's nice to be the boss. That's not necessarily true. You may be able to kind of dictate where the company goes,
Yeah.
but you are really, to some degree, held slave to your customers' needs.
Mm.
I mean, you're here about trying to make a profit. You're here, you look at that bottom line a lot more than you did as an employee.
Okay.
Some days are really wonderful when you see all the cash coming in, the jobs.
Yeah.
You know, you think of it's like, hey, my business is growing a little bit. It gives you a lot of incentive to wake up the next morning and try to do it again.
Yeah.
It is very nice working for yourself. In my case, I have a partnership, and it's cut right there.
You just wait and you pause. You can back up a few sentences if you want to. That's fine.
Yeah. In my case, having a partnership, when we come in the morning, we're trying to plan out the day. There's a lot to be said about having control over your business instead of having someone try to tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
You know, so when you do start to become successful, you know, you put literally your blood and sweat into this. It's a big accomplishment. You can look at it as a milestone once you get a company up and running, and it's kind of running itself. That's what we're all trying to look for, is to get a company that can run itself without me here.
Yeah.
You know, so at someday you can turn around and sell it,
Yeah.
hopefully make a couple of bucks off of it, and then go on to other ventures.
Wow. That's a good segue. So what's your plan, sort of maybe looking out a couple of years or 5 years? What is your plan for?
Well, right now, if I can go back 4 years, our plan is to develop this company, to build it up to where we can possibly franchise it at some point if we would like to, and just to really grow it into becoming one of the premier printing companies in Prince William County and really Northern Virginia and beyond. By doing that, we're trying to take care of our customers. Everybody wants good customer service.
Yes.
You know, that's sort of expected.
Yeah.
I mean, I myself, when I go out looking, I appreciate good customer service, whether it's at a restaurant or if I'm over shopping at Home Depot. I enjoy getting customer service.
Yeah.
But you gotta go kind of beyond that.
Yeah.
You have to not only give that service, but you gotta give a customer a reason to come to you. What's the benefit of the product that I'm trying to sell them?
Yeah.
We're trying to grow our company, so we're offering that. You know, that when a customer comes in, if he's looking for, say, a business card, well, I'm not just selling him a business card. I'm selling him a marketing tool.
Yeah.
I'm selling him something that is going to benefit him, and it's up to us to try to teach him and educate him the best way to get to that business card. As simple as that is, whether it's a business card or a flyer, we're going to give them the service, but we're also going to try to give them the knowledge about the best product that they can walk out of here with. We found over the years that a good customer has been our best salesperson just by getting customer referrals.
Word of mouth advertising. Yeah.
It is. I mean, I'm going to give them that good service, but I'm also going to try to give them the education on that product. All of us here have well over 100 years of experience in this industry.
You don't look that old. It's
I know. It's amazing. That's what ownership will do to you sometimes. But when they walk out of here, I want them to be not just satisfied, but thrilled with that product and the fact that they know it's going to work. You know, we're going to let them know what the benefit of that product is, so when they get out there, they see that it's not just a business card, or it's not just a flyer, or a banner that they're hanging up, but we're going to give them something that's actually going to work for them. If it works, they're going to be thrilled. They're going to tell other people about us.
And ultimately, it's like any other business out there. It's developing relationships. And sometimes that first contact is the most important part of that.
It is. You know, we go up against clients who will come in here. Perhaps they have a bad taste in their mouth from a different printer that they've worked with. They're probably leaning or looking toward us. You know, is this place going to be any different?
Yeah.
We really try to change that, so when they walk out, you know, they're happy and they're telling their other friends, their other business associates about us.
Well, for the other entrepreneurs out there, maybe just one or two tips on what would you tell a person who's going to be starting a business? A couple of ideas.
Definitely find something you're passionate about. Find something that you really enjoy doing. It shouldn't be a hobby. Hobbies don't make money. But if you have a passion for it, that's great. You need to have that, but you also need to have proper training. About a year and a half ago, Dave and I, we kind of knew what we should be doing in business. What questions to be asking. What direction that we really wanted to be going. We hired a business coach, which this guy came in and really sort of helped steer the ship. I mean, he told us things that we kind of knew, but we just never really developed. He held us accountable. Having someone as a mentor in a business is invaluable. The information that they can share with you to help you go in that right direction. As far as how to get leads, how to convert a lead into a prospect, and on through the chain of getting them as a client and a lifetime client. So the most valuable thing is just not just having a passion, but understanding the business and getting an education how to run a business properly.
That's great advice. I mean, Tiger Woods has a coach. Coaches have coaches.
Yes, I do. My coach has a coach.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. I hired a business coach recently, and I'm absolutely thrilled with the results. So that's fantastic. Cool. Well, this has been awesome. What I want you to do is give the viewers just some contact information. What's the best way? If it's a street address, website, email, phone number, all the above.
Sure.
Tell them how to contact you.
Well, the best way to contact me is by telephone or email, but I love it when a customer actually comes into the door, where I can meet them, shake their hand, get to know them a little bit better. It's so much easier if you bring a job in here and we can stand at the counter, go into the conference room, and actually get into that job. Yeah. The telephone is fine, but nothing beats face-to-face contact with a client. We can get a lot further that way. But if you don't have the time, maybe you're not in the neighborhood. If you're a business owner, you're probably busy. Pick up the phone or email me. Our phone number here is 703-680-6060, or I can be reached, Mike@PolarisPress.net.
Very good. Well, thank you for viewing, and this is Dave Delavanti again with Informed Entrepreneur Magazine, and we'll see you on our next video. Thank you, Mike.
Sure, Dave. Thank
you. Pleasure.